Tottenham, Liverpool and Manchester United. Today is a triple header, 3 massive games in our league season. Let's run the intro. Yes, folks, how is it going? And a warm welcome back to Newcastle. The transfer window has slammed shut. We've played a load of Football Manager, and we are back today, like I said, with some big games in the league. Now, of course, last episode, the transfer window was still open. I did make one final signing, although this was a signing we actually discussed in the end of the transfer special. Falata has joined us. Yeah, we spent big money on this striker from Saudi Arabia, £18 million paid. He's going back on loan to play for them for the next 2 years. If I'm still around at that time needing a Premier League win, I'm going to hope he can fire us towards it. And if you were wondering about departures, there were 2 loanees on deadline day that went out. Charlie Routledge, first and foremost, out on loan, going to Nottingham Forest for the year. Hopefully he's going to tear it up in the Championship. And the other man we've moved on is Thomas Tenner. The Argentine is going to be playing regularly Premier League football with Hull City. And I'll be honest, I'm kind of hoping he's really going to crack on and develop. Question marks over his potential, but considering we signed him for £200,000, I'm not expecting crazy things from him, but we'll keep an eye on. I mean, looking at things early on, he is at least improving. Now, I did see the comments last episode. The Jun Hwan fan club fuming he's not been playing more. Good news, he has been playing for us recently. And he's been playing pretty blooming well. Now, of course, last episode we concluded things with the 11-goal thriller against Chelsea. If you didn't see yesterday's episode, spoilers, it was an insane game. And if you want to watch me have a meltdown, you should go watch it. Since then, some good results. The first result was actually another 6-0 win right away. Gary Faye with 2 goals in this one. Nice variety of goal scorers. Did rotate things around, and Vincent Day, against his former club in Blackburn, actually played quite well and even grabbed a goal. I can't remember if he celebrated or not. In my head, he definitely went up to the home fans and celebrated in front of them. After that, we did make things through in the Carabao Cup. Granted, it wasn't all that convincing. We beat Crystal Palace 2-1. Their late goal made it perhaps seem closer than it was. Statistically, we were in control. Mark played in this game, and he scored from the penalty spot. Yeah, if you were wondering, Mark is still set to take penalties at the club. In our 4th league game of the season, we took on Brighton. We were 2-0 up with 20 minutes left. Can I be honest with you? I made all my subs, and then I went down to go get a coffee. I came back up, and they'd scored 2 goals in the last 5 minutes while I was AFK. And we drew. Those 2 shots they had were their first 2 shots of the game. Serves me right for wanting a coffee, doesn't it? And most recently, we took on Ajax in our opening Europa League game. Of course, the Europa League, not the biggest of priorities, but still great to get a win. Soa got the first goal for us. Balaki then went on to miss a penalty, but not 10 minutes later, he made amends for his previous miss. Picking up the ball, the number 9, bearing down on goal, and scoring that. That was very nice. So anyway, with just 5 Premier League games played, this is how the table is looking. We're in 8th. Don't need to overreact just yet, given the fact we have taken on both Man City and Chelsea, who are right up there at the top of the table. Chelsea's only defeat has come against us. Obviously, today's opposition in Manchester United, Tottenham and Liverpool are not exactly the easiest, and once we've played them, there is then going to be a run of much easier games, but I do view today's tricky matches as a real chance to try and build up some momentum for those easier games, and ultimately, if we want to get that Champions League football spot that we missed out on last year, we need to deny points to teams around us. If you're wondering about good early performers, Gary Faye has been the man of the moment. He has been superb so far this season. 6 assists and 2 goals in 4 Premier League games. And he's also now, as you can see here, accomplished at centre attacking mid, which we absolutely love. The winger is learning to play down the middle. He's been great. Elsewhere, Jun Hwan has come back into the team after missing a few games, at least as a starter, and becoming a sub. He now has 3 assists in 5 games, and they've all come recently. It's as a result of that, he has forced his way into the team, because Sousa just hasn't really been good enough so far. From a defensive point of view, unfortunately, Simon Hughes, as you can see here, is injured for the next few days. He's going to miss at least the first game today against Tottenham, but potentially a little bit more. It does mean in the defence, Semeraro, who was our right wing back last year, starts at right back, and then Marco, who had been making a bit of a name for himself at right back with 2 goals and a 7.45 rating. Sadly, he's relegated to playing back in the middle. Top goal scorers to start the season are Evrard and Balaki. They are currently joint top goal scorers. I feel like this is going to just be something I have to figure out what I want to do with. I do still think that Evrard is the better player, and I am still training Balaki to play at centre attacking mid. But as kind of striking options go, we're in this weird situation where if one of them doesn't perform, I can sub on the other one, and they both seem very capable of scoring on off the bench. It's a great problem to have. Let me know which of these two guys you'd be playing if you were me. Anyway, we've got 3 matches to play today. They're actually spread out over a month because there's an international break in the middle. But the first of these is at home against Tottenham. Of course, they won the Premier League a couple of years ago. Last year, a really disappointing season for them, finishing down in 3rd. And well, we are going to hope to heap some misery on what for them has been a lukewarm start to the season. In terms of team news, like I already mentioned, there's a few changes at the back. Jun-Jin Hwan comes in for Salza, but this is still just pretty much our full-strength team. Hyun-Do Ma still learning to play defensive midfielder. As soon as he picks it up, I think he's going to be great. I say that. He's really not been bad so far. A goal and an assist from the defensive mid area. Not bad for 68 million, although when you say that aloud, for 68 million you expect a lot. I'm expecting something here from him because we're playing against his former club. As you can see here, our recent form has been absolutely superb. That 3-0 defeat against Man City is but a bad nightmare in my mind. I'm going to hope that we can put it behind us further by getting a good result here at home against Tottenham. Okay, early chance in this game. It's Kelechi for them over a free kick. Kelechi is their star winger, and Spike Brits makes a great little save. We do still have another ball to deal with here. Pereira whips it in, headed away by Hamilton. Faye gets it away as well, and that will do me. Ma Hyun-Do, just deal with it now, mate. Run for the corner, win a free kick. That'll do. We have, in the World Goalkeeping kind of voting award, the second best goalie. Capogo in goal for them is considered the best goalie in this universe. He is the man we've got to try and do something against, as Marco misses his tackle, and now it's Kelechi, who I've already mentioned he's rather good, bringing it forward. Granted, on that occasion, he's given it away, and now it's Faye playing in that shadow striker role, but with the instruction to drift wider, relieving the pressure just a little bit. Jun-Jin Hwan into the wide area, lays it back to Big Deli. Nice build-up play here. Hyun-Do Ma against his former club. I thought he was going to score. Okay, we are halfway through this first half. It's not been full of chances. Tottenham having significantly more of the ball. We've had more shots for what it's worth. Brits collects that here, and I'm going to hope that our lack of possession isn't a problem. If we can just catch them out on occasion, that will do me. Marco to Semeraro, filling in at right back today, maybe playing for a spot in the first team on the regular. Not going to get it with a ball like that, but Faye wins it back. Soa through the middle, one-on-one, spanks it into the top corner and makes it 1-0. I was getting ready to be really cross with Semeraro here because that pass is awful, but Faye here wins it back. Brings out the centre-back, great ball in behind, adds another assist, and Soa with a really good finish at the end of it. Have to say we deserve to take the lead in this game, at least from a chance creation point of view. Tottenham are having a lot of the ball, but as you can see from the average positions, they're actually having it really, really deep. I do wonder if we should maybe just put a little bit more pressure on them. Let's up the line of engagement just slightly here. Try and force some errors out of them as they have a free kick. They've hit the woodwork. Pereira rebound. What a sad way to concede. We'd seen Kelechi get close with a previous effort. This one hits the post, and it couldn't fall in a better spot as far as Tottenham are concerned. And if you were wondering about Kelechi, because I keep mentioning him, this is how good he is. He's 22. He's absolutely bonkers. Mastalone with the ball, whipping it back post. Faye, by 5-foot Prince, he wins the header. Sadly, it's gone over. Okay, well, it's half-time in this game. There's not been a load of chances, to be honest. Obviously, the XG story just shows this massive tapping goal that they had to make things closer. At the break, it's 1-1. I'm going to tell the players I'm far from pleased. I feel like we are still in this game. Jun-Jin Hwan right now not having a great game. Neither is Everard. I'm sure Balaki and Salza on the bench are kind of looking over at me thinking, boss, put us on. Obviously, that's the advantage I think we have this year. We have a level of depth we've not had in previous years. At Tottenham, that's a crazy pass. And unfortunately, it's not a goal. Faye nodded it through backwards. It was superb. But the finish was whiffed by Sauer. I think I'm going to make changes early here. Balaki on you come. Souza on you come. Yeah, you know what? We'll change things up in the final third. Those two players have some real quality. I feel like fresh legs against a tiring defence could be the order of the day. Going to shout some encouragement at the players as well as we approach the hour mark. And Tottenham, I'll be honest, they've been kept very quiet in this game. The XG is obviously inflated by that rebound goal where the goalie wasn't in position, so had a crazy high score. But in general, we're doing quite well. However, it's one thing to do well. It's another thing to actually win a game, and we need to win this game. I'm going to bring in Sanchez. I am actually going to keep him as a roaming playmaker. I feel like that's a role that he can play reasonably well. Elsewhere, Soa got a goal, but besides that, I'll be honest, he's not done a great deal. I'm going to bring in Rasmus Olesen, the young Dane, for an appearance here. He's shown some pretty good promise already. Already bagged his first Premier League goal in his first start against Blackburn. And I'm going to bring him on here, and hope that he can have an impact as we are going to have a free kick in a deep area. Mastalone goes short. Faye. Souza hits the post or the crossbar and it goes out. 15 minutes left. We are ramping up the pressure. Balaki whips in. Sanchez scores. The subs have linked up. There's a VAR check. Not like this. Please not like this. I want to say we're ahead. We deserve to be ahead. And I can tell you now the players are raising their hands. We are ahead. It is 2-1. It's Balaki with the cross. Back post and Sanchez leaping highest. There's 10 minutes left to hold on here. Part of me feels like I should make changes at the back. Part of me doesn't really want to overcomplicate things here. There's 8 minutes left. I'm going to bring in Vincent Day at right back. Semiraro's not had the best of games. And I think at this point here, you know what? No longer going to look for the overlaps. Instead, we're just going to play with a nice flat back four, a nice solid defensive base to hopefully deal with what I'm expecting to be an onslaught late on. Saying all of that, whilst there might be a couple of shots happening for Tottenham, they're still not creating a lot here. There's 4 minutes left. And there could be a twist in the tail. Silva for Tottenham, trying to play it out. Hamilton wins the header. Falls to Allison, the youngster. I've just brought him on. He shoots. I mean, if that goes in, I'm on the pitch. What a goal it would have been, but it wasn't even close to being on target. There's 1 minute left. Why is there another highlight, Football Manager? Please stop. Games like this and results like this are going to matter so much at the end of the year. Last year, we missed out on Champions League football by a matter of points. Goal difference was almost the deciding factor. I want to be more convincingly in the top 5 this year. We're looking to do it here. Vincent Day, fresh off the bench, the youngster. Faye hits the crossbar. We could have scored a few more on another day, but surely that's going to be that. There's 40 seconds played over the 7 minutes that was added on. Good news, we've got a corner. Good news as well. Balaki's not in a rush. Time waste, my king. Whips it in. Hamilton heads it. It's parried away. It's another shot to add to our 20 for 4 had on the day. That has to be that now, right? It just has to be that. Where is the full-time whistle? Is the referee left his whistle at home? Why are we here? Get me out of here. We deserve to win this, and I want to be able to say we are going to win this. It's not done yet. It could be now. It's in the box. It's cleared away. Vincent Day has it. The ref blows the whistle. We've won. For a moment, I thought they were going to go up the other end and score, but we have won. A nice victory. Well done. Keep it simple. That result there moves us all the way up to 3rd. Granted, there are a handful of teams behind us with less than 6 games played, but I don't want to say it too loudly. We're up there at the top early doors. I have already discussed it, but this year I'm putting full focus on the Premier League. Cup competitions are just a bit of a side quest for us. Speaking of which, we've got Salzburg midweek. I'm not going to worry about that one. I'm going to play a B team for that game because 3 days after that, we're at Anfield and I need to win that one. I'm going to be back for that game. Hopefully we beat Red Bull Salzburg at the intermission. Don't go anywhere. Great news for our Europa League hopes. We've absolutely spanked Salzburg midweek. I fully rotated the team. Vial, Lundqvist, Balaki, Vincent Day. Some unlikely names on the score sheet there, I think it's safe to say. And with 2 games played, we are sitting top and pretty. And I'd argue, actually, if we just look at exclusively our Europa League games, that the games that we've just played might be 2 of the hardest that we've actually got in this run. I suppose Lyon and Trabzonspor and also Genk might have something to say about it. And Monaco. You know what, when I look at it, actually, there's still some difficult games coming up. All the more reasons to be happy that we've won the first few. The only bad news as we head into this game against Liverpool, we're still dealing with a couple of injuries. Simon Hughes, if we just look at a fitness update, failed his fitness test. And in some more bad news, Marco picked up a bruised knee. Was it a bruised knee? It was a bruised something. We could check it here. Bruised knee? Bruised knee. Apparently he can play the game, and we have got a month off after this game. So I think I am just going to risk him. But at centre-back, I am going to make a change. And I'm actually going to bring in a man who I've been really impressed with so far in Vincent Day and give him his first start, I think, at centre-back for us. The 21-year-old, coming off the bench often, has done well when we've used him in various competitions now. I want to see how much we can get him to develop. In terms of the rest of the team, I will bring Jun Hwan back in and Evrard. I think this is my new best 11, with the exception of the defence stuff. At the start of the year, these 2 players, Evrard and Jun Hwan, weren't in. Since we brought them into the team, we have been better. Now, admittedly, in this universe, Liverpool aren't exactly the force that they once were. They've actually struggled a lot in the last few years, and media prediction down in mid-table. That said, it's still a trip to Anfield. I don't feel like it's ever easy in Football Manager. Less than 10 minutes played in this game. Liverpool with an early chance, perhaps. Pitchford for them. Plays it forward to Allen. They are playing a 4-4-2. I might change some team instructions in response to that. I'm definitely going to do it now because Aaron Egan has just scored. There is something that almost makes me teary-eyed about seeing a 4-4-2 and seeing the two strikers link up. There's not many good striker partnerships in modern football, and apparently Pitchford and Egan are one such partnership. I mean, here are the two players. They're actually a very similar mould of player, bizarrely. Both very, very good, it has to be said. Anyway, Liverpool have taken the lead in this game. There is a kick-off highlight. That gives me hope, right? That means that we could do something immediately. Vincent Day said I wanted to see a lot from him and really give him a chance. He's not exactly shone in the first 8 minutes, but maybe we can make amends from here as Jun Hwan cuts inside and sadly blazes it over. I am going to change up some instructions here. I'm going to ask the players to focus the play through the middle and also pass the ball into space. Really want to try and overwhelm the centre of their team. I feel like Wharton and Otto for them are just two players that we should be, well, really trying to abuse in this game for what it's worth. Perhaps we can see a little bit of that abuse being dished out here. Brits throws it out to Hamilton at the back. The centre-back is going to step up with the ball, run wide. Marco, not showing any issues with his bruised knee yet. Faye now bringing it forward. Lovely ball to him, by the way. Going on his lonesome. Gives it to Mastalone, the left-back, in a dangerous area. Gives it to Jun Hwan, and it is now 1-1. Build-up play here was really, really nice. You can see how we just overwhelmed their 4-4-2. Found some space in behind. They did not have enough men to deal with the onslaught we were dishing out. And a lovely finish at the end of it. Marco with the throw-in. Throws it to Faye on this near side. We've got one back. Now let's look to get another. We want to keep our winning run going for as long as we can, especially knowing that we've got Manchester United to play in what is actually a few weeks away. There is this extended international break where I believe there's 4 international fixtures played. As a result of that, we don't actually play our next Premier League game for a month. So we really want to leave a good taste in our mouth heading to that one as, well, I thought for a moment we might get caught on the counter. But instead, it might be us bringing the ball forward here. Faye in a dangerous area, pulls it back. Big Deli tucks it away and makes it 2-1. Really nice play by Soa drifting into the wider area. Faye provides that overlap. There's 4 players in the middle to aim for. Big Deli gets pulled back to in off the post. Okay, well, it's 3 goals inside 24 minutes. I don't know if we're going to have an 11-goal thriller necessarily just yet, but we could be on for another Barnstormer classic as the ball's played forward to Pitchford. In behind, one player in the box to aim for, an Egan holds it up nicely so more can get there. Hamilton with a tremendous tackle, and now it's Ma Hyun-doo, the Roman playmaker, looking to roam and bring it forward to Faye. Big Deli through the middle. Build-up play is superb here. Big Deli. Everyone backs away from him. And he very nearly scored another. It has been all action early on here, but I do feel like the momentum has shifted a little off the back of that early goal for Liverpool. We've responded well as we could, really. The only thing that can make it better is if we were able to double our lead. A 1-goal cushion feels a little too close for comfort. Ball's played in behind, Soa shoots wide. He was offside. It wouldn't have counted anyway. Mastalone, the Italian stallion on this left-hand side for us, bringing it forward and just relieving a little bit of pressure inside to Vincent Day, who's had a decent amount of the ball, I feel like, the centre-back. We've been seeing his name pop up a lot. Massive, massive opportunity for him to kind of make a claim for a first-team spot. Faye, Soa. Build-up play here is actually nice. We've got them pinned back with so many players forward. Mastalone on the overlap. Options inside. Can he pull it back to the right man? All the way to the edge. Big Deli. Ma Hyun-doo. Big Deli. Shoots. And hits the crossbar. He could have had a hat-trick of bangers. I say he could have done because obviously he missed the target with one, scored one, and then that one hit the woodwork. That was not far away. I mean, looking at the balance of this game, Liverpool have had 1 shot in this game. They have done nothing. Rather easy team talk for me. Happy with the performance. Just keep it going. I am going to make some subs here. Hamilton on a booking scares me a little bit, but actually it's Soa, who did play midweek, who's looking a little worse for wear. I'm going to bring in Vial. He actually got man of the match in our last game, so we'll bring him in and see what he can do as the attacking midfielder on support in the middle. Besides that, kind of was tempted to bring off Hamilton, but I think I will just be sensible for now. Don't really want to waste a sub on a centre-back, and given the fact that Vincent Day's already in at the back, I don't really want to bring in another, perhaps unknown quantity to play alongside him. However, I am going to have to make some changes. That sucks. Is out. I mean, Sanchez will bring in. I am going to hope that injury is not too serious. A lower leg injury does not bode well. I'll tell you what we'll do here. Ram and Marco I'm going to bring in. I'm going to take off Hamilton and bring in Semeraro at right back as well. Hamilton was having a good game, but I just can't risk going down a man. Less than 20 minutes left in this game, and it is still only a 1-goal match. There's a lot on the line here for both teams. We, of course, would love to steal an away win in an unlikely place, it has to be said, at Anfield. As things stand, we do have the slenderest of advantages, but that could change quickly. So another goal would be preferred. Everard, Mastalone, the left-back has been everywhere for us today. He pulls it back. Sanchez! Oh my word, he scored another! He scored a towering header last game on off the bench. He's come on in this game and scored an absolute banger into the top corner. Mastalone, Sanchez shoots. Keeper couldn't get near it. I think with a 2-goal lead now, we're going to look to make our last 2 changes. Everard's picked up a little bit of a knock, so we'll take him off. Elsewhere, oh, I kind of want to make changes, but I'm not sure who to bring in. I mean, Jun Hwan's playing well, but we'll take him off and bring in Ollison. Subs made. Marcelino, goal kick, launching it long. Marco wins the header. Balaki now leading the line for us with Everard off injured. Hopefully just a minor injury for the striker. But in terms of backups, Balaki's a pretty good player to be able to bring on in a game like this. Proving himself on off the bench already this year. If he was to grab one here, it would be the cherry on top of what has been a great performance so far. Egan dinks it. Cruz was in behind, but a nice win by Marco relieves the pressure. Ollison loses out again. Liverpool go direct. Cruz in behind. And, well, we need to turn off cruise control because it's a 1-goal game again. Liverpool were just punting the ball forward over and over. And on this occasion, it did work out. Vincent Day, unfortunate for the youngster to miss a crucial tackle. And with that, Liverpool opened a route back into this one. 4 minutes left in this game. Marco wide to Semeraro. I am nervous. I am scared. I kind of wanted a highlightless end to this game. It's not what Football Manager is going to deliver me right now as Amador plays it out. Sanchez wins it back superbly though. Ollison, Vial, through the middle. Hits the outside on the post, and I hope that is not a moment we are going to look back on with regret. 9 minutes of added time. How bad were these injuries for our players here? I wonder if the players for us and them got injured at the same time. There's been another injury for Alan. We're going to get to 100 minutes played here. With all the injuries, there might still be a late chance. It's a corner. It's whipped in. It's half-headed away. Liverpool looking to initiate the counter-attack, but we just need to keep them pinned back as we hit the 12th minute of added time. That shot's going to go over from Vincent Day, and that will be that. It's another win. It was another tight win. Faye, man of the match in this one with just 1 assist, but a great game at Shadow Striker. And I suppose now the big thing is, what are those injuries? How serious are they? Everard out for 4 to 6 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks for Ma. Big Deli out for 5 to 12 weeks. Okay, you know what? In the grand scheme of things, those injuries aren't so bad, especially because if you didn't see it there, our next game against Manchester United is in 27 days' time. One thing I should have mentioned going into that game, Man City drew at home against Crystal Palace, so the teams at the top are very, very close here. Of course, Arsenal also drawing, slipping up a little bit and letting us back into things. But right now, the top 5 are separated by 1 point, which is kind of mad. Anyway, one of the few teams ahead of us in the league is Manchester United. I've got them in 27 days' time. I'm going to go mash continue a load. Oh, okay, you know what? Let's make it 3 wins in 3. That would be fun. Well, if we are going to beat Manchester United, we have to do it without this man. Spike Brits, injured yet. Sprained wrist ligaments, only out for 1 to 5 days. But one of those days, a very important match, it has to be said. If you were wondering, nothing else has happened in the last month. I very much was just mashing continue a lot and occasionally praising the players for their training midweek. With the injury to Brits, it does mean that Kirillov is going to come in. The 20-year-old, I actually think is a phenomenal goalie on paper who I probably should be giving more game time to help him try and develop. I'm not going to pretend he's of the same level of Brits, but he's not awful. And I suppose the advantage with this passage of time we've just had, all the players who were injured are back and at full strength. Manchester United's key player, if you're wondering, is Rui Pedro Galerias. He is a Portuguese right-back. He is a crazy right-back at that as well. Not sure he's worth £300,000 a week, but yeah, he's rather good. I wonder if he grew up watching Bruno Fernandes at Manchester United. I mean, he probably did. We're further enough in the future where those timeline bits would kind of actually line up. It's easy to forget, in this save game, we are now in 2038. We're in the age of the regens, in case you haven't realised by my team. Yeah, I kind of find it interesting when you get to this point in a save game in Football Manager, because stuff starts to feel different, and the last of the Wonder Kids are kind of dying out. Pafundi here, I mean, he's still 32. He's still got a few years in him. He's going to be playing at striker today for United. I don't know, maybe I'm stupid. I just feel like since we're at home for this game, I expect us to get the result. We've got 2 great results to open things up today, which I think really do state our intentions as one of, hopefully, the title challenges. Obviously, the win against Chelsea, I think, kind of reinforced that slightly, admittedly. Because we lost to Man City 3-0, it kind of made it look like a bit of an iffy result, the 6-5. But today we've been better, and whilst they've been narrow wins, they've been wins where I think I can confidently say, we've been the better team. Everard, what a finish. Please tell me it's onside. It was such a satisfying finish that I just want it to be onside here. He dinked it over the top, but it's not going to count. I mean, let's discuss this here. I mean, it's offside, to be fair. But this finish, Jin Hwan's ball was superb. The little dink over the keeper, I don't even get to watch it. Football Manager won't even let me enjoy the dink. Right, well, an early warning there for Manchester United that we will be lethal on the attack if they give us opportunities. Of course, we need to be wary from our own defensive point of view here, because Oliveira is bringing it forward, and Kirillov called into some early action. I'm going to shout some encouragement at the players here. Mastelone took a short free kick, received it back from Hughes, and now we're looking to make things happen from just inside the Manchester United half. Faye dinks it. What a ball! Hwan volleyed it when he probably could have taken a touch, and it's gone wide. End-to-end stuff here early on. Manchester United now with an attack of their own. Bennett at the edge of the box, maybe going to look to test Kirillov. He doesn't test him. The shot goes wide. Half an hour played. There's actually not been that many shots in this game. 1 shot on target for either team, but a corner with us here that only just goes over. That was fortuitous. And now from the resulting goal kick, we're going to look to make something happen of our own. Hamilton with the ball. Lays it inside to Big Deli. Wide to Jin Hwan. The man with a plan lays it wide to Mastelone, who I'm going to be honest with you. I've been so impressed by him today. That cross somehow found its way in. It's not cleared away. It's blocked over. We have them on the back foot. Yundu Ma playing it wide. You guess who it is? It's Mastelone again. The left back is at the heart of everything, it feels like. He crosses this one in. Doesn't beat the first man on this occasion. Manchester United with a chance to play it out from the back, or alternatively, a chance to gift us the lead, and Everard obliges. I felt like our defence with our goalie and Kirillov was going to be put under the microscope in this game. I'll tell you what, their team might have to be put under the microscope here. That is a shocking back pass, and Everard was never going to miss that. Okay, well, we have the lead in this game, heading very close now to half-time. Again, we've limited Manchester United's opportunities really, really well. After the first couple of games against Chelsea and Man City, I did wonder if, defensively, maybe this formation wasn't really going to work out. I'll be honest, it's looking way better as of late. We're ahead in this game. Would love to keep a clean sheet if possible, but I'll be honest, a win by any means necessary is the order of the day. And well, if we could get it via perhaps an early chance here, that would be nice. Quick free kick, Everard heads it down. I don't know how that didn't go in. Faye hits the crossbar. I don't even know what's just happened in that sequence of events there. I feel like we could have scored way more goals in today's episode than we have. Coming up to an hour played here, this is usually the time where I think about making changes, and I suppose I probably should make some here. In terms of performees, Soa and Hwan have just not been good enough today. I'm going to bring in Sousa and Vial. I'm going to play Vial, I think, as the attacking mid on support. Sousa's going to play as that shadow striker on the left-hand side too. In the midfield and defence, do I want to change things up? You know what? I think I'd be changing things for change's sake further back. We'll get the fresh legs on in the final third. But I'm looking at Manchester United's team, and I'm looking at our own team and kind of the performances, the number of yellow cards they're on, and of course the scoreline. I feel like we're in control. Please don't make me regret saying that, Football Manager. Please don't do it. Just... I feel like the game's always listening, so if they now score, it's because I got cocky. Sousa loses out. Galerias, the key man. Oh my word, they've gifted it to us again. Sousa's in behind, and he should have kept that down. I say that. It was actually tipped over the crossbar, but he should have gone low and into the bottom corner. He kicked it a head height for the keeper. I mean, the keeper's made another save there from a Hamilton header. 8 minutes remaining. It is still 1-0 here at St James's Park, but Manchester United looking to change that. Profundi, Romero scores. Why did I say anything? Why did I say anything? I mean, it's frustrating because I feel like we've been really, really good in this game here. And it's a set piece that we've just not dealt with. Profundi, Romero left unmarked is shocking. And I suppose now I should just make more changes. I'm going to switch the mentality to attacking and ask the players just to play a little bit more direct with our play. Elsewhere, Sanchez in for the fresh legs in the midfield. Balaki up front. I'm going to take off Faye, I think, in this game and play Balaki, who I have been training at centre attacking mid, to play in that area. I'm going to take off Big Deli as well. You know what? It's time for fresh legs here, there, and everywhere. Maylan is the man I'm going to bring in. I mean, when you look at the match momentum, it has to be said that goal has come against the run of play. There is 6 minutes left for a late twist in the tail. 3 minutes left. I thought it was going to be 3 wins in 3. We are going to have to settle for 2 wins and a draw. Although, given the calibre of opposition, maybe that's not the worst set of results ever, but I guess the nature of this defeat makes it hard to swallow. I mean, if nothing else, we were by far and away the better team in that game. Elsewhere, what happened today? Chelsea drew. Man City are yet to play. Arsenal, have Arsenal played? Did Arsenal play a day earlier? Either way, they've dropped down the table. Oh, wait, no. They've got a game in hand as well. The reality is, if the teams that you would expect to win their games in hand do win their games in hand, we'll be down in, well, 4th. Which, I mean, you know what? Let's be real. We're still 7 unbeaten, and if you told me I was going to be 4th at the start of the year, I probably would have taken that. Champions League football is the aim of the game. I suppose when we look at things here, the nice thing is a great run of unbeaten games, and if we just filter out all the non-Premier League games here, when you look at the opposition we've played in the Premier League here, we've taken on Leeds United, who have actually had a great start to the year, Man City, Chelsea, Tottenham, Liverpool, Manchester United. I mean, if I look at the teams at the top here, I've played the teams in 1st, 2nd, 4th, 6th, 9th, and then Liverpool are down in 15th. Let's not worry about Liverpool right now. They are awful. Bit of a mixed bag, but overall I think we have to be happy with how things have gone today. Let me know what you think of things down below. In terms of when I'm going to be back, to be honest, I think I'm going to go away and play a whole load of Football Manager. As I've kind of said again and again and again, the Premier League title is the focus this year. We have Everton and Arsenal at the end of December. Arsenal in 5th, Everton in 7th. Maybe we'll come back for those. You know what? Come back tomorrow and find out who we're playing. Comment question of the day, if you got to the end of the video, who would you play up front out of Everard and Balaki? I know I asked it earlier, but if you heard me say that, I went, well, I'm not going to answer that question. Go do it now before you leave things today. Help engage and help, well, feed the video into the algorithm. Yeah, I think for me, Everard has the slight edge, but it is close. Besides that, gang, have a lovely rest of your day. We're back tomorrow. As always, it's me, Jack, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm out.